Hey, what's going on? Dr. Gonzo Boogie here again, back for another blind bags video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at two more of Funko's Horror Classic Mystery Mini Series 2. And if you guys have been keeping track of this show at all, I've already opened a ton of these up. I'll show you guys which ones I've gotten so far. First time I opened one of these up, I got Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I thought was really cool. I'm a huge Universal Monster fan, so can't go wrong with that. Second time I opened one up, I got the Cthulhu figure, and this is actually the glow-in-the-dark variant, which is probably one of the rarest figures in the series. So I actually usually have bad luck with these blind bags of getting the figures I want, but for this instance, I got one of the rare figures and one of the figures I want, so I really lucked out with this one. And then the third time I opened these up, I had two of them, like I do this time. And I got the Edward Scissorhands figure, which was pretty cool. Not one of my favorite movies ever, but I'm a big Tim Burton fan, so I figured it was cool anyway. Can't go wrong with that either. And then I actually got the fourth one I opened was a double on the Creature from the Black Lagoon, which stinks. It always stinks to get a double in these because they cost so much money. But like I said, since I'm a huge Universal Monster fan, I actually don't mind this. I guess what I'm trying to say is I could have gotten a worse figure as a double, since I do like Creature from the Black Lagoon. So those were the four that I've gotten so far, but I got two more here to open. And one of my main reasons I've been picking up a ton of these is because there's an American Werewolf in London figure in this line, and American Werewolf in London is one of my favorite horror movies ever, and they've basically never made any memorabilia for it at all. NECA, I think at one point, was going to put out an action figure, and they never did, and I've just basically never seen any memorabilia or action figures related to American Werewolf in London. So when I saw that this line had American Werewolf in London werewolf in it, I just knew I had to get it, so I have a chance here to get it in two of these. So I'm really hoping that I have some good luck today and I get the werewolf figure. But just really quickly, before I open these up, we'll go through the figures in this line one last time. So top row here, we got Frankenstein's monster. We have Beetlejuice, we got the Crow, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Pinhead from Hellraiser. The second row there, we got Shaun from Shaun of the Dead, the Edward Scissorhands figure, Spike from Gremlins, the Fly from the classic Fly movies, Cthulhu from the H.P. Lovecraft stories. The last row here, we have the Werewolf from American Werewolf in London, which I hope to get today. After that, we got Nosferatu, well, Count Orlok from the movie Nosferatu, Alfred Hitchcock, the guy from the Lost Boys, still have not looked up his name, sorry about that, Lost Boys fans. Shaun's friend from Shaun of the Dead, still don't know his name either. And then at the bottom row, we have the Cthulhu glow-in-the-dark variant, which I did get, and then we have an Alfred Hitchcock black and white variant. So some really cool figures left in this line for me to get that I want, other than the American Werewolf in London one. I would really like to get the Frankenstein one. The Pinhead one would be cool. The Fly one would be cool. Count Orlok, Nosferatu would be really cool. And the Alfred Hitchcock one would be awesome. So there's still a lot of figures in this line that I want. Like I said a ton of times, the one that I want the most is the American Werewolf in London one. So let's open both of these up and see which figures we get. Alright, so once again, I did not get the American Werewolf in London figure, so the hunt is still on. I'll probably try to pick a few more of these up before I call it quits. But let's just take a look at the two figures that I got. First off here, not gonna lie, a little disappointed about this one. It's the guy from the Lost Boys, who I still don't know his name. And I've never seen The Lost Boys, even though I do want to check it out. I've been suggested by a ton of people that it's a fun, awesome 80s vampire movie. I've just never gotten around to picking it up and checking it out. So maybe getting this figure will finally push me to pick it up and check it out, because it does seem like a cool movie. But not gonna lie, a little disappointed that I didn't get one of the figures that I was a little bit more familiar with. But next up here, I actually got the Fly figure, which I really wanted. Like I said, I listed it off as one of the ones that I wanted more than the other ones, and I just love the old school Fly movies. The original one and The Return of the Fly, both of those movies have Vincent Price in them, and they're just awesome classic horror movies. I'm also a really big fan of the 80s remake of The Fly, David Cronenberg's version with Jeff Goldblum. That is one of my favorite science fiction horror movies ever, so I'm just a really big fan of the Fly movies in general, so I'm really, really happy to get this figure. I actually think out of all the figures that I've gotten in this line so far, this is probably my favorite one. I think I actually favor it over the Cthulhu one, even though this one is a little bit more rare. I just really like this figure. It's just a really cool, fun little figure. Can't go wrong with that. So that was the video for this time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, definitely give this video a thumbs up or leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.